Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Hey, happy Friday, Utah. We've almost made it to the weekend, starting off with some cool temperatures out there again. 47 in Evanston, our friends in Logan. Good morning to you at 42 degrees. 50 in Delta, 53 in Price. We've got 57 in Moab, 54 in Blanding, and 63 degrees currently in St. George. As we look at the weather map, all is quiet across the Beehive State this morning. A light southerly flow kicking in, but overall, we've got quiet conditions. Now, there is an area of low pressure off towards Southern California. That will begin to shift to the east today and start to bring in some moisture, but it's going to take a little bit of time before that moisture actually arrives here in a good portion of the state. So as we look at futurecasts, we can time out those rain chances. Notice it's not going to be until later this afternoon. 3, 4, 5 o'clock this afternoon, we start to see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms and downpours showing up from Nephi down through Richfield and Cedar City, St. George. You'll have that chance. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that for those Beehive Blitz games down across southwest Utah. And then as we lose the daytime heating tonight, it may fade out. But look at this. Going into Saturday morning, it shifts to the east. So Hanksville down towards Lake Powell, see that good chance of scattered downpours. And notice some of that moisture pivots back to the north and west as we get towards the afternoon hours. So the Uintas over towards the I-15 corridor will have a little better chance of some of those scattered showers and downpours moving on through. That lasts briefly, but by Sunday, the system finally exits to the east and most of the state quiets down. So if you've got any weekend plans, like maybe checking out the Kansas State BYU game, kickoff temperatures looking pretty good in the 60s with fairly quiet and comfortable conditions. So fairly good football weather is expected during that time frame. Speaking of good football weather and the fall-like weather, you know, we've been watching that autumn countdown clock. We're now officially at 2 days now, 2 days until the official start of the fall season, at least on the calendar. So what does that mean? Well, it means we're keeping an eye on that fall foliage, and we're starting to see some color change out there. So if you're looking for the color change right now, you've got to go in the higher elevations. So the Utah Mountains here, the spine of the Utah Mountains here over just east of the I-15 corridor, but you can see that area of orange showing up there as you get into the Uintas there. That indicates some patchy areas of moderate color. So if you're thinking, hey, this weekend, wouldn't it be a good time maybe to go out and check out a nice little drive and see if we can spot some of that fall foliage? Well, your best bet for seeing some decent color right now is going to be over into the Uinta Mountains, where, again, typically late September is pretty good for that, and we're seeing that on the map now. So your weekend forecast, Saturday, we're going to keep a chance of isolated storms in the forecast, both for the Wasatch Front and for southwest Utah. But I think Sunday is your pick day if you do want to get out there and investigate some of that fall foliage. I think both Sunday in the north with temperatures in the 70s, pretty nice. And if you're heading down towards the southeastern portions of the state, we're looking at temperatures into the 80s with lots of sunshine for whether it's fall foliage peaking or just getting outside in general to enjoy the weather. Sunday is going to be your pick day of the weekend. All right, in St. George, scattered showers and thunderstorms develop later this afternoon. We get into the mid-80s before those storms develop. Mid-80s on your Saturday, chance of a few isolated storms, but there you see Sunday. That's your pick day of the weekend. And then notice next week we dry things out, start to heat those back up, back into the low to mid 90s. So the heat starts to return across southwest Utah. Below the Wasatch Front, upper 70s today. That slight chance is mainly south of I-80 for a chance of an isolated storm. And then Saturday, better chances of isolated storms. Drying out Sunday, and those 70s still sticking around at least till the beginning of next week.